Where should we start? Should we begin with a dream? Should we begin with the beta creation of E.T.? Wet. Beta, B, creation of E.T. Right? But beta creation is the W. Have you ever seen that in French? They'll exchange a B for a V in certain situations. The sound in Spanish, the way it goes from B to a V, and sometimes they'll just change letters, English to French, a B for a V. And I'd like to bring in a word, but I can't, I don't remember the word, but Spanish, English, and French. In the word dream, Dr. Dre, in AM. The reverse AM in the alphabet is Z and N, but I'm stopping right here for a second. For those who have never watched any of my videos, I want you to just know that this balloon is not full of hot air, otherwise he'd be floating. Usually they can say, I could be full of hot air, and therefore, am I floating? What are you high on? I don't know, but this guy, he's been blown up by a machine. Put a little poker in him, and right below this, right over here, what you don't see him sideways over here? Right there. Whew, blown up by a machine. What do I do? What do you see in my apartment? What do you see? Is it all painted? Doesn't look very shiny. I'm not giving you the shiny look. We are going forward in time to go back in time. Have you ever noticed here in Quebec, our licenses is in black and white. Your picture is in black and white. Going back into black and white and looking for the white of your bones. Does every person in the world have white bones? Does every animal have white bones? My question. Another thing I'm thinking about is the greatest. The word the greatest. Let me hold this light up a little bit. But the word the greatest. The greatest. The greatest shits of all time. You ever hear the song by the Bee Gees? Yeah, how would you like? I'm going to give you a Bee Gee tonight. In French, they'll exchange the G for a J. And they sing staying alive, and they go, of course you're staying alive. You're getting more out of it. The word greatest, the ray test, the gateway to the resident angel on earth. EST, west, east. In French, they have nord-est, west, and sud. In English, they have east, they have west, they have south, and they have north. North has TH, test and south have TH, north has TH, test has S and T, spirit time. What I do is I rip apart words. I categorize words, and I'm still trying to catch up to the present, creating the puzzle that will, in the hypothesis that this puzzle is real. What is real about the puzzle of creation is that it comes in pieces and parts in the word, the knowledge. They say in the Bible, I like to take out little scriptures from the Bible, and I know next to 0.00% of anything that's in the Bible. I know I am who I am, and I guess God rests on it on the seventh day. The Jews on the Saturday, the Christians on the Sunday. Other people seem to pray every other day, but really, people are only reading what somebody else wrote. I'm taking what everybody else wrote, and what is the truth here in North America, the way the kids, because we have to go back to some parts of the Bible, and we are the children of God. So I have to go back to, who are we as the children? Who were we at the age of between 0 and 12 months? I love it. Listen to that wind rocking. We are coming to the time of age where vision is marked as 2020. When vision is no longer 2020, we now put on 4 eyes. Terms, terminologies, definitions. Scissors, a pair of scissors, how a scissors works, how a light works. Measurements, weights, elements, colors. If I was living in Germany, at what color light do I stop when I'm driving my car? Is it the same color all over the world? In Russia, do they stop on a green light or stop on a red light? How come? So if everybody all over the world is stopping on a red light, and is the stop sign all over the world designed the same way? I have to look that up. I don't think it is. But is it designed the same way, the stop sign? Reasons for things being the way they are. I'm going to get back into the little bit of what I wrote down. I don't like all this light. Something's wrong with the light. Okay. I have to take the glasses off. I can barely read. So we have the gray test, but the only way to make gray, or one of the ways to make gray, or the gateway to the angel resident, or the gear. Why gear? Sound it off. What's the sound of this letter? G. What's the sound of this letter? R. G. E. Sound it. A-R. Gear. Gateway ear. I hear, I feel, and I see, and from the knowledge of the Great Spirit, I know. Black and white, numeric value 29, numeric value 65. 2 and 9 is 11. 6 and 5 is 11. 6 by 5, 30. 2 times 9, 18. The 18th letter, there is no 30th letter. 3 plus 0 is 3. C. This one is I, C and I, and it actually says CL, meaning the sky. The sky is gray. And it's the spirit testing system. See this T over here? Have you ever seen an ice pack? I'd like to show you a picture of this ice cooler that I took online over here. Let me see, did I take it online? Just give me 1 second. Check, this is an ice cooler, okay? Look at the design on the top. Why is it that design? See the T? See the T? See the 8? Do you see the H? If the 8 was bigger, okay, this is the center. It shows a hole. But on the 8 is on the solid. On the solid or in the center. Here's my T. Is this my I? I and I? And the H is just the one part of what the I is connected with the T. What does that tell you? Do you think I make things up? What is exactly going on? Is it a sign of something? Does it really mean anything? I don't know. Could be. But it is what it is, and I see what I see, and I make up what I do. We all can say something, so we categorize it. We put this here and that there. We see the 0. But what do I see? I see number 1 inside all. The solar pass. Because of the 1. This is warped. My cat sat on, okay, my son was chatting, and in French, the chat sat on the computer. Chat, chat. Communication, heaven, angel, transmission. In French, we don't say the H, so it would just be cat. We have silent. In French, we also have the silent H. So instead of over here where I had greatest hits, where you can also say, you know what I'm saying? What comes out of your mind? Whether it comes out your back end or your front end, whatever you speak, comes from the spirit. We have the greatest its, IT system, 9 and 20. 920, 9 times 6 is 540 from the sun, and location. 560. What does all this mean? Well, it's minutes. 9 times 60 minutes is 540. The numeric value for the sun is 54. Something else I want to bring up in this video, if you want to continue on watching, red and yellow, red and white. Red and white create pink. They can call it rose, and in French they call it rose. Red and yellow creates orange. The similarity between pink in the French area, but orange in both English and French, written this way if I understand correctly, they both start with 15 and 18. O-R-R-O. S and E and ange. Can this be for angle? What would this actually be? I don't want to get into it. But the 15th and 18th letter, although it's added together, is 33. 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 1 and 1 is 2. It's 20. Can we do this? There's a rule in French that 16, 17, 18 are said separately as 10-7, 10-8, 10-9. But 15, it comes into the ruling up to number 16. And then it changes. But I'm going to add it together here, and it becomes 2 and 4, or 20 and 4. I'm saying it separately because they're not in the same area group. Do you follow what I'm saying? These two fall in the same area group. I mean over here, but these two do not. Anyways, I'm saying this the way I want to. It's 20 and 4. Or in French, you can say 4-20, or 80, or 420. 4 times 20 is 80, and 4 plus 20 is 24. The total is 104.56. 56 is the numeric value for the word 3, and wolf and white as 65. When you reverse this, or when you add this, 11, 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 4 is 5, 52 is earth, or earth's 1/4. At the same time, it means communication. Because in CB codes, 10-4, good buddy, I hear you, you know, Roger. That's the way I do my work. That's what everything is. So we have pink and orange that comes from red, white, and yellow. If I take white to yellow, I'll just get a lighter yellow. If I take white to yellow and put it in red, I'll get a light orange. But I won't get pink anymore because yellow outweighs the white. So I'm just going to get a lighter orange. Pink Floyd. We have to listen to Pink Floyd music. Welcome to the Machines, or the Return of the Machines. Machine. Welcome to China. My China. Name means birth. High is the 8th and 9th letter, which means the birth of the heaven. Mach is a speed. A-M-M-A. The reverse alphabet from A to Z. 26 and 1. The reverse alphabet from M to N. The 14th, the 13th, and the 14th. 27, the 1st, and the 26. 1 and 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 1 and 4. DNA in the sun. The 26th letter and the 14th letter, they are a reverse of each other. Let's remove these lines. The Z will represent the I because it is above and below. The N will represent the H. 22 and 35, Electric Company for Life, DNA, Heavens of the Sun. This becomes 8 and 9. 6 and 2 is 8. This becomes 1 and 4, 5. 5 and 8, Spirit of the Silver Matrix. This one becomes 2 and 6 is 8 and 9, the Heavens of Birth, Z and I. You can look at it as Zion. When you have all 4, you close in the top and the sides. You have the automatic O, the free space. What else do we have on here? We have Welcome to the Machine. I was just looking at YMCA, what it meant, and in my own words. So what did we actually do in this whole thing? The numeric value for pink is pi and k. 11 and 14 for the letter N. 9 and 16 for the letter P. The total value is 50, 25, 25. The center is 23. The outside is 27, telling you about beta creation of the red sun. Red. Should red really exist? Red is telling us stop. Red for the bullseye. Value of 50. What is red? We have green around red. Should red not be there? Is there a red light that's stopping us? Differing. I was watching this video where they showed that they created something for men to stop men from being able to impregnate women, right? Like a men's birth control. And I was thinking maybe that's what's going on in the sky. They're creating a birth control for the spirit. They don't care if we really have babies. They don't care about a lot of things, but they can't have us be smart. So if we're going to be smart, how do we get smart? We have more babies. Have anybody ever noticed as the years go on, the babies are smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter because they're coming into the world. They're filtered. They can't touch the children. They can't touch the children. They can never get from the children what the children have because of God's creation and God's children. May they be glorified and purified and stay pure. So they put these chemtrails in thinking that they can alter the incoming spirits, and they stop the births, but they can't stop that birth because they need the birth for the new information. Now, where am I? What am I talking about? Why am I here? What started me on doing this? Am I nuts? What are all the questions out there? What's going on? Take it as it is. I've got 5 eyes, and I've got reflection. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. Please share. Happy Halloween.